Hey guys, I'm Marty Geek. In this video, I have an unboxing and hands-on look of the Google Pixel 5a 5G that was just announced by Google, and there's already a couple videos out there in the market on YouTube about this phone already. And I just received it. The phone that I've been using lately is the Google 5, which is the Google Pixel 5, and this is the 5a. This is meant to be cheaper than this one. This usually goes for $700, I think it is, $699. I think it was the normal price of this smartphone, and this one is only $449. That's insane. And what's cool about this is that it has a bigger screen as well. So let's go and take this out of here. Of course, I will do this unboxing and also play some games as well. Here is the phone, which only comes in one color. Back when this came out, it came out in this color and black. This one right here is mostly black. Just gonna take this out. Ooh, there you go. And look at this, how it looks on the back. I don't know if in some videos it actually looks like a little bit of dark green, but it looks still black on me in person. So let's go and turn it on. Let's see what's if there's any new animation here. Here you got the little thing to take out the SIM card right there, and you got the instructions menu over here. Into this charging block. This block is a 18 watts, so this will actually supercharge this smartphone. The battery on this smartphone 5a is actually 4680 milliamp per hour battery. 4680 milliamp per hour, which is insane because this one, which is supposed to be more expensive, only has 4060. I think it's 4060 milliamp per hour battery, so it's way more, has way more battery in this one, and CPU is basically the same as well. So besides this, which is cool that they include the charging, it includes the cable, which of course is USB-C to USB-C, and includes one of these adapters just in case you want to connect it to the computer. You got USB-C, USB-A converter, and that's it. You can actually connect it here, right? No, I don't think so. This is for the block, and that's it. This charges on the phone, and that's it. No headphones whatsoever. So that's the only thing in the box. And in here, let's go and start. SIM card right here. There it goes. Look at that. It does not have internal or external storage. You cannot put a micro SD card in it, but that's the way, you know, Google Pixel phone has been for a while. Here you got two cameras right there. Over here in the top, you have a headphone jack, which is something that you're not going to find here as well. Headphone jack right there. It also has dual speaker, stereo speaker. Okay, so here we're going to go ahead and use the rear sensor to actually register our finger. There you go. This is how it looks when you're registering your finger. Add another. I'm going to go ahead and add my other hand, or my other finger from my right hand, and there you go, just like that. Next, and of course we are done. Let's go and get out of here. We are almost done here. You can choose black or dark as it's setting up. This is one of the steps when you are setting up your phone. Next, switch, showing you how to use actually the phone. And keep in mind, this phone out of the box comes with Android 11. I have the beta version of Android 12 over here, which obviously is going to look a little bit different. Like you see that. I like how Android 12 looks, you know, with the logos like that, or the buttons like that. This right here, like you see here, it looks normal. I'm just going to finish here. 6.0 versus 6.34 inches. Look at the size difference, and they're both 1080p OLED. Not bad. Look at that. Not bad for $449. So we'll be back with the second half of the video. Okay guys, so here we are back again with the second half of the video, over 24 hours after using the phone. And I gotta say, there's not so much differences from the 5A, from the 5. This is the 5, this is the 5A, which is the new one that just came out, right? And this is supposed to be the high-end phone. This is supposed to be the bargain phone. This goes for around $700, I think it is. And this goes and starts at $449. It's $449, and of course, when sales come up, you might be able to get this below $400, which would be honestly a freaking steal. Why do I say that? Because I'm really impressed. Even though yes, they are very similar, I'm really impressed what you get with this phone for the price. Like for example, both screens are OLED on 1080p OLED, and this is 6.inch. This is 6.34 inches, so it's bigger. I like it more because it's a little bit bigger, not too huge like the Galaxy Note Ultra, which is 6.9 or 8. So I really like the size of this phone and the screen. Everything that you see on this phone looks really damn good. And what I really like is when you're watching videos, you can stretch the video completely and use the complete screen. Yes, you're going to see that little poke hole right there from the camera, but you're going to be able to use the whole 6.34 inches of screen. The other thing that I like about this phone, even though it's cheaper, it has a bigger battery than this phone. It has a 4680 milliamp hour battery. This has, I think, is like a 4080 milliamp hour. So this has 600 more milliamp hour battery. Another thing, this has headphone jack. This one does not have a headphone jack. So when you think about it, you can say that, hey, this one has an extra feature, so that makes it better. Yeah, it has headphone jack. This one does not have headphone jack. They both have stereo speakers, so there's no problem with that. And of course, they both have the latest technology of Bluetooth, which is awesome. And another thing is that when you go here to the back, I like this color a lot better. I love it. I don't like black that much, but this is called mostly black because it's like a little tone, a little bit different black, like a little bit lighter. I can't, if you see here, this is look at the camera, which is black, right? And look at the body, there's like a two-tone there, right? So that's why it's called mostly black. But I would rather to see this color or any other color on the phone because that's how I am, right? But the thing is, when you're holding these two phones in your hand, this one actually feels more premium, and that's because the back of it is a metal unibody. This one in the back is like carbon fiber, I believe. It does not feel like metal at all. It feels more like plastic, but I think it's like carbon fiber. You know, it's a very hard material. It's really good. But oops, I turned on the flashlight. The other thing is the front camera. It's also the same. The front camera and the rear camera quality is also the same. They both have 12.2 megapixel cameras and 16 megapixel ultra wide camera. In the front, they both have 8 megapixel camera, and they both record up to 4K 60 frames per second. So yeah, with this phone, like you see here on the video, I did take a couple pictures that I could here at home, and I also took a video in 4K 60 frames per second. You know, like you see there, the figures, they look pretty damn cool. But you know, that's what it really impresses me, that a lot of the great features that you have on the good phone, on the expensive phone, is on the cheap phone, but cheaper. And of course, one thing that's missing here is that this has 6 gigabytes of RAM. This has 8 gigabytes of RAM. It should feel a lot more faster, right? But honestly, I've been using it for the last over a day, and everything feels very fluid here when you're managing your phone. You know, it doesn't feel slow at all. Everything opens up really nice and fast. You know, I have no problems whatsoever, you know, opening and using this phone at all. Spec wise, it's almost the same as well. Spec wise, this has a Snapdragon 765 octa-core, 6 gigabytes of RAM, like I said. In the inside, it has 128 gigabytes of internal storage. It does not have a micro SD slot, but neither does the most expensive one I have either. So when you think about it, you know, you get a lot of the great features for a lot less price than this one. So honestly, I'm actually impressed, you know, that with the cheap price, they actually got to manage to put all those features in this phone. Yes, design wise is not that excited compared to the a Pixel 6 that we're waiting for, which looks goddamn gorgeous. That's the phone that I'm expecting to play a lot with this year. I hope it actually comes and I get one. Still, if you're looking to buy a cheap phone for a son or for a family member or anything like that, you wouldn't go wrong with this. The great thing, you're always going to get the latest update of Android. The camera is always great. It doesn't matter. It's always great. It has a lot of great features in the camera, like night shots, the portrait shots. Everything's pretty damn good here when it comes to the camera. Battery life is also really good. And of course, it also charges really fast because it has super fast charging, and it comes with a charging block as well, which is the 18-watt charging block. So when you think about it, is it worth getting this phone over this phone? Honestly, I would. If you ask me, should I get the more expensive one or the cheaper one? I would definitely recommend this time around. I would definitely recommend the cheaper one because you're getting everything and more. You're getting more for less money. The only thing that I'm missing here is the wireless charging. That's the only thing that I'm actually missing here is the wireless charging. But lately, I haven't been missing it that much because what I do is I charge the phone before I go to sleep, like 100%, right? I go to sleep. When I wake up, it still has over 90% of battery life. I could go through all my day like that. By the time I come home, it still has like over 30% of battery life. So when you think about it, it's not a huge deal, especially because it has fast wireless charging. So guys, that's it for this video. I just wanted to make the video like this, comparing both phones, because they're both very, very similar. The only thing that changes hugely here is the size, which is not that huge, but I love the bigger size. And honestly, when it comes to managing this phone, it just feels as fast as that phone, even though it has 2 gigabytes of RAM less. But it does feel as same as that phone, but with a bigger screen, OLED, 1080p, nice and smooth. It just feels good. So guys, thanks for watching this video. Let me know what you think about the Pixel 5a 5G. And of course, if you're interested in this phone, I'll leave links in my description. And thanks for watching. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.